Hey, g'day, it's Josh here, Physique Essentials. Hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking through and grabbing this free training. I'm going to be walking you through my no bullshit transformation plan. I know you're super busy, so if you don't mind, I want to jump straight in. So let me load this up and we'll go from there. All righty, cool. So my no BS transformation plan. So during this training, a little bit of housekeeping. So number one, like this is not going to be one of those dragged out 45-minute webinars. I know that you're super busy. So I promise to wrap this up in the next 10 to 15 minutes max. Also, too, there are no gimmicks, no fads. I have nothing to sell you on this training. There are no shakes to buy. And most importantly, there is no bullshit. I'm going to share with you what's working right now. So this is going to be, what I'm going to share is my fast fat loss strategies for high-performing men in business so that you can cut the gut and get into the best shape of your life in less time and zero guesswork without sacrificing your performance at work or time at home with the family. It is a mouthful, but absolutely promise you what I'm going to share with you flat out works. All righty, let's just jump in. Right, so my no bullshit transformation plan in 5 steps. So number one, the most important one is you taking ownership to be able to quit the excuses and to commit to your goal. So maybe in the past you've said things like, look, I would love to get into shape. I'm just trying to find the right plan, trying to find the right diet, the right program. I can't get to the gym. I can't do this exercise. I can't buy the supplements. I'm super busy at work. Life is demanding of the kids, all that sort of stuff. Look, they are all excuses, okay? Also, too, what you need to do is you need to commit to the goal, all right? So maybe you're sitting back and it's like, look, I'd love to as well, but can you tell me about what's my diet look like? Do I have to do things like intermittent fasting or keto diet? What's my training look like? How many times do I have to go to the gym? Do I have to buy certain supplements? What's it going to cost? They're all conditional excuses, right? The most important thing is you need to commit to the goal. What is it I want and when by? So you may be sitting back and going, listen, I would love to drop 10 kilos in the next 10 weeks or less. I want to be able to drop 10 centimeters from the waist. I want to be able to rip the shirt off and comfortably go to the pool. I want to be able to be a more active dad, whatever it is, have energy for the kids and so forth. So be absolutely specific on the goals that you want to achieve. And then from that, taking ownership. It's like, it's you on you. You know what I mean? You have to sit back, draw the line in the sand and say, you know what, if I want this, I'm going to take ownership. I'm going to take responsibility, because once you do, then it's on you and then you can go after it. You're kind of pushing all those excuses to the side, making the declaration, let's get into work. So that's number one, taking ownership. Number two is discovering what the real truth is and looking past the symptoms. So right now, if you've got an extra 10 kilos on your body that you don't want, you're carrying a spare tire around the waist, please understand that this is a symptom. You don't have a weight problem or anything like that. It just means there is something within your lifestyle that contributes to that excess weight. Maybe in the past you've done a challenge or done a boot camp or a detox or whatever. You've been able to lose weight relatively quickly, but before you know it, that weight that you have lost has come back plus more. And maybe right now you're sitting at the heaviest that you've ever been and desperately need to do something. So we've got to figure out what it is and what contributes to that weight being there. Why don't you have your goal physique right now? And the beauty about this is once you identify what the real reasons are, the real underlying causes, we then just go all in on that. Instead of trying to, you create a diet and a program and buy these supplements and kind of throwing everything and hoping something sticks, right? You will have specificity in knowing what you need to target. So you might be sitting back and going, dude, I just eat too much food. Why? Why do you eat too much? What do you eat? What is it you're trying to cope, mask, whatever it is? Once we have a very clear understanding, we go all in on that. And then that allows us to create the right plan, a plan that is suited not only to your goals, but then also to your preferences and your lifestyle. So maybe you're sitting back and you've gone, listen, do I have to do keto? Do I have to do intermittent fasting? I absolutely love carbs. It's part of my cultural background, whatever. Does it mean that I have to give up on my carbs? I've got to give up on bread to get the weight off? The answer is absolutely no. Well, I should say you can, like if you want to do keto, if you want to do something which is arduous and hard for no reason, but in the end, what you just simply need to do is eat in a way that's going to allow you to achieve the goal, but then most importantly, suit your likes, to ignore the dislikes. Don't do things that you don't like doing. Do things that suit your preferences. Do things that suit your family, because then it makes nutrition fun and enjoyable and doable. Same with training. Like you don't get rewards for, training twice a day, every day. Find a training schedule that works for you. I'll tell you, like most of the guys that I work with, and where this plan comes from, they will train 2 to 3 days a week max. You know what I mean? And what that means, they're in and out of the gym 45 minutes. It's like 2 hours of their week, if that, okay? And then it gives them the time, the availability to do everything else in their life that they want to do, okay? So you're finding nutrition strategies that work for you. You're finding a training protocol that works for you. And then you just keep being accountable. You're tracking and measuring your progress each and every week so it becomes consistent and it becomes almost predictable, okay? So a plan that suits your goals, your preferences, and most importantly, your lifestyle. It contributes to the person that you want to be. Next, step number 4 is about investing the time and making you a priority. So maybe in the past you've said things like, love to do it, but I don't have the time. I'm busy with work. I'm busy with the family. I've got to take kids to soccer training. I've got a million and one things going on. I simply do not have the time. That is another one of these bullshit excuses. And the reason why is you will always have the time for the things that you prioritize. And the truth is you've just been putting your own health and your own physique goals and things like that on the back burner because you feel that you have to do everything else first, but also it's a bit of a cop-out. And the reason why I say that, it's easy to put things on the back burner when you don't believe what you're doing is going to give you the results that you want. So you don't do the work, then you sit back and say, look, I knew I was going to fail anyway. So if this is a priority to you, if you want to lose 10 kilos in the next 10 weeks, if you want to cut the centimeters from the waist, you need to make you a priority. But again, as I just went through the plan, it doesn't need to rule every aspect of your lifestyle. You just need to consistently, spend some time working on your fitness. So be that in the gym, doing the things that you want to do, less than 2 hours a week, eating foods that you enjoy in a way that doesn't drive the family nuts as well. Like if you came home and said, listen, family, we're not eating carbs anymore because I'm on this get shredded plan or whatever it is, it's going to only be a matter of weeks until they show you the door. You know what I mean? So you're just doing the things that are going to help you. You need to make yourself a priority. You have the time. It's not even a matter of trying to find the time. You have the time. And then most importantly, in this step as well, it's you making the declaration that I'm not willing to forget myself anymore. I'm not going to skip a workout because I'm telling myself I have to do something else. You know what I mean? Make you the priority, you number one. And the compounding benefit to this is as you improve, everything else is improved. Now, the 5th and final step is long-term consistency wins. Now, I have never met anyone yet who is happy to put in the work for the next 10 to 12 weeks. They lose the weight and then sit back and say, listen, if I gain this weight all back in 12 months, I'll be stoked and happy and that's all cool. I'm yet to meet that person because ultimately what we want is a real long-term sustainable change. Also, too, I'm yet to meet the person who commits to a period of time, who does the work, who is consistent with their training, who is consistent with their accountability when it comes to their food, and then they reach a goal and then go back to their old habits of skipping workouts, putting everything else first, eating poorly, having low accountability, and keeping their goals. It doesn't happen. It is action versus reaction, sorry. So if you eat poorly, skip workouts, have no accountability, the weight will come back on. So what we are really after is long-term results, permanent results, and that comes down to long-term consistency. Essentially, there's only 2 things that you can do to create the outcomes that you want. Eat in a way that's going to allow you to achieve the goals and consistently move in a way that will support you getting leaner, stronger, fitter, more active. We need to keep doing that. So again, this is part of making a lifestyle that works for you, okay? It doesn't have to rule every aspect of your life. You just need to be a little bit consistent, a little bit disciplined, and just keep doing the work, as I said, in a fashion that suits you. Now, these 5 steps absolutely work because it is what my clients do time and time again. It is a proven framework that will allow you to lose up to 10 kilos in the next 10 weeks or less, also to allow you to drop the centimeters. Plus, it'll allow you to keep achieving goals no matter what your future goals is. Because right now, you might have the goal of losing the weight and dropping the centimeters, but we fast forward 10 weeks, you will no longer have that goal because you've achieved that result. What then? Well, what other goals do I want to achieve? So now you've got the ability to set new goals. And this framework will work for you no matter what you want to do. Maybe you have some sporting goals. Maybe there's things that you wanted to do years ago, but because you put the weight on, you put them off. And all of a sudden, it's like, you know what? Maybe I can achieve those goals right now. So this is the time to go for it. So this proven framework will work not only now, but it will keep working for as long as you keep working. It is the beautiful thing. Now, from here, information is cheap and action is everything. So you can take everything that I've shared and say, dude, you're off your rocker. Like I just need a plan. I just need a diet, whatever. You can go do your own thing. Or you can sit back and actually implement these steps and create a lifestyle that works for you. So if you've liked what I've shared and you are keen to implement the steps into your own lifestyle, this is what we can do. What I'd love to do is here's an invitation to book a free, no obligation strategy session. You can just use one of the links below. What we do, we jump on a quick call. We're going to talk about the goals, the specificity of the goals, what you want to achieve and why it's important to you. We'll have a look at your current lifestyle, what's been holding you back, what are some of the obstacles and the challenges that you're working through. And then from that, we'll just put these 5 steps in the plan. I'll show you how it all works and we basically go from there. So if you want to take me up on that offer, this is the only offer I have on this training on my 5-step plan. Just go through, scroll down, click a time that suits you, and we'll go from there. Again, my name is Josh. Thank you so much for joining me for this free training. This is my no bullshit transformation plan, and I do hope to speak with you soon. Have an awesome day. There it is.